Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all over the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We got a whole bunch of callers on hold. We're going to get to them in just a minute. But first, I wanted to remind all y'all, does that sound Southern enough from Sweet Home, Alabama? I wanted to remind all y'all that next Tuesday, the 24th, January 24th, is my Ask Julie Ryan Live. And it's from 8 to 10 Eastern. It's like a Zoom slumber party. This will be the fourth one we've done. It is a blast, you guys. We have so much fun doing that. And it's kind of like the show where people will ask questions about whatever in my buffet of psychicness. We can talk to deceased loved ones. We can scan pets. We can do medical stuff. We can talk to spirit guides and angels and do past lives and whatever. And it's really a fun activity because there aren't any commercials. We go for 2 hours and we get a lot of people on. So what I'm doing is I'm doing my best to get your questions answered for you as much as I can. You know, I'm only one person, for free. So you can call my show. You can submit a question online. We do the question of the week. We do the angel chat. Those are on YouTube. Question of the week is on the podcast and on YouTube as well. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. So the Ask Julie Ryan Live is $25. It's the fourth Tuesday of each month, and it is so much fun. So I hope you can join me. Just go to AskJulieRyan.com, click on the live button, and you'll see what's going on there. Okay, let's go to the phones, and our first caller is Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hey, Julie. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm good. I just wanted to let the listeners know that I am a graduate of one of Julie's classes, the Angelic Attendance classes, and you got to take one of her classes. They're awesome. They change your life.
Aw, I didn't even ask you to call in or page you or anything, you sweet girl. Tell everybody where you're calling from.
I am in Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, and she posts these amazing pictures of sunrise and sunset. Holy mackerel, girl. They are gorgeous. So what's your Instagram and your Facebook handle so everybody can enjoy them?
It's KW Healing.
KWHealing.com. KWHealing.com. And she's really good, you guys. She took my class. She's really, really good. So follow Karen. Did you have a question for me?
Yes, I do. Okay. So I haven't had this issue since you worked on it in 2020. So this is how long it's been. And I have a lower back issue right now, lumbar spine. Went to the chiropractor, but the pain is from the lumbar spine, comes like to the middle of my buttocks, and then comes down the front of my left leg, thigh.
Oh, geez.
So that's what I need help with.
Yeah. Okay. Goodness. All right. So how this works for those of you who are first-time listeners is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly simply because the body has mass. So I learned how to do all this stuff. Karen learned how to do all this stuff. We learned together, right, Karen, in class. And so I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to hook into Karen in Tucson, in the other A state, one of the other A states, Arizona. And then I'm going to have a hologram of her in my mind's eye. I'm going to envision shooting energy from her feet up through the top of her head. It's going to be like I'm a human MRI. The energy is going to go somewhere. There will be a healing that will occur. I'm going to describe what I'm seeing. My analogies oftentimes are hilarious. And it's just to give us a frame of reference for all this woo-woo stuff we're doing. And if you can envision what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, and I know Karen will be seeing it too in her mind's eye, it'll help integrate the healing into her body. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in Tucson. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. All right, left side. It's like there's a nerve that wraps around the left side of your body and then goes down your leg. That's interesting. Okay, I'd have to get out my anatomy book and see what that nerve is called. You probably know, but okay. So what I'm watching is a disc get put back in. It looks like it's bulging a little bit. Karen, is that what your doctors are telling you?
Well, yeah. And you had seen that the last time you worked on this issue.
Okay. So propping up the vertebrae, pushing the disc back in. There's this netting that I'm sure I probably put on there before, but it's not on there. I know you're a runner. I know you're an athlete, so I don't know what you're doing, but I think the netting's come loose because I'm not seeing it. The netting looks like really fine netting that you'd use to get a goldfish out of a bowl or out of an aquarium. And so that gets stretched from the upper to the lower vertebrae. What we're going to do, Karen, with that nerve is we're going to roto-rooter it. We're going to clean it out. Nerves look to me like a piece of aquarium tubing. So imagine there's a little tiny corkscrew inside that nerve that's spinning really fast, and it's morcellating any of the gunk. That's a medical term, gunk. Any of the gunk that's inside that nerve tube, if you will. So what kind of gunk gets in there is dead cells and other debris when a nerve is injured. And so that's happening. And then we're going to irrigate it. Here comes the irrigation that I watch go through the tube. Like imagine a piece of aquarium tubing that's gotten all gunked up with uneaten fish flakes and fish poop and junk like that, minerals from the water. And so we're irrigating. Okay, here comes stem cell energy. Light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it. Reminds me of Dippity-Doo hair gel back in the day. So there's a vortex spinning above your thigh, and that is regenerating the nerve. When a nerve looks injured to me, yours looks inflamed, and then inflammation looks like red fog on body parts. So I got it calmed down with anti-inflammatory energy, which is a royal blue color. And when a nerve looks like it's been injured, it looks darker black to me. So as it's coming back online after we've cleaned it out and we've put stem cell energy in there, it looks like it's pink as it's coming back online. So I hope that helps. Are you taking it a little easy with your running and your biking and everything?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am. I had to cut back because this started acting up last week. So.
Yeah. What were you doing? Were you running a marathon or something?
Well, no. I was doing an ab class, and I was doing the legs up, arm down, and I didn't keep my back properly supported.
Okay. So it's an injury. Yeah. Yeah, you'll heal. You'll be fine. Okay. I hope that helps.
It will. Thank you so much, Julie. You have a great evening.
Love ya. Bye-bye.
Love you too.
Okay, let's go. I have another Karen. Let me find the other Karen here. Here you are. I have two Karens in a row. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome. Where are you located?
Hi. I'm out in Riverside County.
In California?
We're from Los Angeles. Yeah.
In California.
Basically,
okay,
I'm from LA, but I just moved out here.
Well, good. So that's the eastern side of LA for those of you that don't know. LA County. And then you go to Riverside County. So, well, welcome. Do you have a question for me?
Oh, I do. I've been following you on Instagram and found you on Jeff Mara, by the way. I'm really a big fan.
Great.
Yeah, so I have a son. He's 26 right now, and he was raised by me as a single mom. And we were extraordinarily close. And he's estranged from me now for a good solid year. And I was wondering if you had any insight as to him possibly reaching out to me this year in 2023, because I never know when I'm going to eventually hear from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Am I on speaker by any chance, Karen? I'm hearing feedback.
No.
Okay.
That might have been my bracelet.
It might be. I can hear my sound. I can hear my voice. Okay. So tell me your son's name.
It's Zachary.
Zach. Do you call him Zach or Zachary?
You're right. I call him Zach.
Okay.
You know more than I do.
I must be psychic or something. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you and from you to Zach, and then we'll ask him what's going on. Was there something that was the catalyst that caused him to not be in touch with you?
Well, in a nutshell, there were three things: a fictitious thing that he made up that I said, and also a girlfriend that he has. I don't think she's helping the situation. And then selling the childhood home.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm connected into Zach. Zach, do you plan on reconnecting with your mom anytime soon? Not really, is what I'm hearing. What is it going to take for you to talk with your mom and perhaps work on restoring your relationship? He's saying time, Karen. He needs time. Is there anything that can convince you that your mom made good decisions? He said, I know she made good decisions for her, just not for me. So, how old is Zach? He's 26. That's when the adult brain really starts kicking in. I would give him a few months, if not years. Do you reach out to him at all now, Karen?
Once a month, I leave him very sweet phone messages and little pictures over text and email from time to time.
Does he ever reply?
No.
Okay. Voicemail, those kids don't listen to voicemails. Just text him. He'll get those. And keep sending him stuff. Just let him know you're thinking about him. And eventually he'll come back. I get within the next year, he's going to start to melt within the next year. So in the next 12 months, he's going to start to defrost. And he'll be back in your life. This is a temporary thing while he's just figuring out what he's all about. I hope that helps. Thanks for calling. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get more callers on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Stay with us. And we're back. Let's go to the phones. And our next caller is Diana. Hi, Diana.
Hi.
How are you doing this evening?
Great. How are you?
Terrific. Where are you located?
I'm in Cave Creek, Arizona.
Okay. We got two Arizona girls already this evening. Wonderful. Well, do you have a question for me?
I'm having a lot of trouble with arthritis, and especially knees, one in particular, and my hands. And I can barely walk, and I'm only 66, so I'm a little concerned about how much worse it's going to get.
Oh, heavens.
I'm hoping you can dippity-do.
Yeah, girl. Let me see what's going on with you. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading to you in Arizona. All right, got you. Shooting. Yeah, you're inflamed, all right. Okay, so let me get that calmed down. When I see a lot of inflammation, it looks like red fog on body parts, Diana. And so I'm calming it down with anti-inflammatory energy, which looks like it's a royal blue color to me. Getting that calmed down, and then I can see underneath it's kind of like you're trying to drive on a foggy night and your vision is hampered because of the fog. When there's inflammation, I can't see what's going on underneath. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling your skeleton out of the top of your head. Imagine I'm pulling your whole skeleton like it's the Halloween, and you've got one of those plastic skeletons you can get at the dollar store. And then what that does is it gets rid of all of the arthritis in the joints. Arthritis looks to me, Diana, like the residue that gets on a battery that's failed. Have you ever had a battery in a flashlight that just gets old? It gets that white crunchy stuff on it.
The white,
you know what
crusty.
I'm talking about? Yeah, crusty stuff. It can look like that on a car battery too. And interesting, that's what it looks like in surgery when a joint is scoped, is it gets that crusty stuff. So as I pull your skeleton out of the top of your head, all that crusty stuff gets removed, kind of like you put a bottle brush in a baby bottle in the olden days, and then you'd pull it out, and it would remove all the dirt in there. That's what this reminds me of. So you're going into a big vat of dippity-doo, big vat of stem cell energy. And that's a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it because it's woo-woo, gotta have sparkles. And it has a watery consistency like dippity-doo hair gel. If you don't know what that is, look it up online. I have young women all the time, Diana, say, I don't know what you're talking about. So I looked it up. And then they'll usually send me an ad from the 60s or 70s, which is hysterical. So, all right, skeleton back in your body, vortex spinning above your head, beneath your feet, on either side of you, in front and behind you. Arthritis and inflammation comes most of the time from the gut. Unless you've had a break at some point or some kind of an injury, but you've got it all over. So this is a gut issue that's causing the arthritis. When you get your gut back in order, get your gut biome healthy, the arthritis is going to go away. Your body's going to heal. So, tell me what you like to eat. Are you a sugar girl?
Yeah, I do like sugar.
Yeah. Sugar's it's the number one inflammatory thing we can eat. Sugar. Anything that's refined is going to absorb like sugar. Every time you eat something that's refined, whether it be a cookie or pasta or bread or whatever, you are just pouring gas on the arthritis fuel fire. Mm-hmm. It's like arthritis fuel to the fire. So if you go to AskJulieRyan.com, click on the Ask Julie button on my website and say, can I please have the gut biome test link? We will send you a link. Anybody listening, same thing, AskJulieRyan.com, go to the Ask Julie button. Please send me the link for the gut biome test. Do that, Diana. It's a poop test. You do it at home. You don't need a doctor's orders. And that's going to tell you what the status is of your gut biome. More importantly, it's going to tell you, here are your superfoods, here are the foods for you to avoid, here's everything else. So let's do the Diana diet. You get your gut healthy, the arthritis is going to go away. Okay? That's a symptom. It's not a cause. Okay? Great. So this is foodable. It's not medicatable, but it's foodable. How about that?
Well, that's better than surgeryable, even.
That's right. Okay.
I hope that gives
you. I hope that gives you some relief. Thanks for calling. One other tip, Diana. I'm a sugar girl too, but I've been sugar sober going on almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years for me in April. And the number one thing that helped me get off sugar was a product called Brain Octane Oil. Brain Octane Oil. And it's made by a company called Bulletproof. It's an MCT8 oil. I pour it on my food. I'll use a couple tablespoons at lunch, a couple at dinner. It has helped me stop craving sugar. I was a serious sugar addict. So consider getting some of that and using it. And that will help with the sugar and the refined stuff. So I hope that helps you feel better.
All right. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to Kathleen next. Hi, Kathleen.
Hello. Thanks for taking the call.
You're welcome. Where are you?
I'm in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Oh, wonderful. Do you have a lot of snow?
No, we got rain, luckily.
Oh, good.
We're lucky.
I talked to a girlfriend this morning in Minneapolis, and they were getting slammed again with snow. So You may have some on the way, or hopefully it's out of the area. But you're ready for that stuff up there. Down here, if snow's predicted in Alabama, they just cancel everything. Whether it shows up or not, it's just canceled, even with the thought of it, because we don't have any equipment, to clear it. Well, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I have a situation that involves my one and only sister who lives on the North Shore of Long Island, New York. And she underwent treatment for breast cancer back in, I think, 2014. Did all the chemo, didn't need surgery, and was doing well until this past summer when they found ovarian cancer. She had surgery. She had all of the major chemo treatments, and now she's at the point where she's just going to be getting maintenance chemo. But she has a couple of issues that have popped up. The one thing is her blood pressure is so high, they have not been able to give her the last 3 maintenance chemo treatments, so she's kind of on a pause on that. And she has this other condition in her neck that's causing her great pain, where the vertebrae, basically there's no disc anymore. It's like a degenerative disc condition. And so she's in extreme pain with that, and she's going to be starting some pain management. And she probably should have had surgery to try to repair that years ago, but she was told if they made an oops on the surgery, she could be paralyzed. So she was afraid to do that. But now she's in such pain, has the high blood pressure, and I just, my heart goes out to her. There's nothing I can do but pray. Just wondering if there's anything you can do.
Sure. What's her name?
Her name is Anne Marie, and we call her Tootie.
T-U-D-I?
T-U-T, I'm sorry, T-O-O-T-I-E, Tootie.
Tootie. Cute. All right, Tootie. And she's on Long Island. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you in Wisconsin and then go from you to your sister Tootie. And then I'm going to ask her permission if I can scan her. And if she says, yes, I will. If she says, no, I won't. All is not lost. If she says no, I just honor people's wishes. I'm not going to, I think that's an ethical violation for me. I'm not willing to do that. Right. But we can talk to her spirit if she says no. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you, got you, going over to Long Island. Okay, got her. Tootie, I'm talking to Kathleen. Is it okay if I scan you energetically? She goes, yes, please. Like that. Okay. Did you set that up? Good job if you did.
No.
All right. Okay.
No, I didn't.
I think she's just ready to. The good news is she's not dying at the moment. Her spirit's in her body. So that's the number one thing I want you to hear, is she is not dying at the moment. So, all right, shooting energy from her feet. It's going into a DNA healing first, Kathleen. Strands of DNA. She's got 8 strands of DNA that have come out of an X chromosome. They look like pieces of paper you'd see inside a fortune cookie with a fortune written on them. DNA is the recipe that tells the cells how to behave. I will normally see 7 or 8 strands come out with cancer patients. I'm watching. There's a combination of 4 letters on a strand of DNA. ATCG, they represent nucleic acids. One strand can have 100,000 letters, can have 1 billion letters. I'm watching them get resequenced, like in warp speed. When the strand is back to a normal recipe, it goes back into the X chromosome. So she's got 2. We've got a few more to go. I'm going to let it do its thing. We're going to multitask here because we're girls. And that's one of our superpowers, to be able to multitask. So let's go and see what's going on with her neck. She looks like she's got some fusions in her neck. Like the bone is fused. Is that what the docs are telling her? Like the bone is...
All I know is that it could be at this point. I mean, there's no disc anymore. It's just bone on bone.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So what I watch in this healing is I watch like a flat, I don't know what you call it, table saw maybe, and it goes and it makes a 3-sided rectangle in the bone. And then we're going to use stem cell energy to put a disc in there. Does that make sense? So we're going to cut through the bone and make a space where the disc used to be. And we're going to use stem cell energy, which is coming in right now. Light amber colored gel, sparkles, watery gel, like dippity-doo. Going in, there's a vortex spinning. that's outside of the back of her neck. So that's going, it looks to me like her head leans to the left. So getting that straightened up. I'm watching some like supports go in. Kind of reminds me of a tomato cage or a peony cage where you can put your plant inside and it supports the growth, with the limbs and stuff to hold them up.
Right.
So imagine like chicken wire or a tomato or a peony cage or rebar before it goes into a cement railing or something on a road. They'll put rebar in. Yeah, that's happening. Stem cell energy is going in. This stem cell energy is so cool, Kathleen. It will regenerate any body part we need. This is the absolute coolest stuff ever. And so I'm watching that. Okay, she's got 2 more strands of DNA to reconfigure. I feel like one of those plate spinners on the old Ed Sullivan show, where they'd get a plate spinning and then they'd go start another plate, then come back and spin the first plate. So we can do a couple things at the same time. All right, I'm watching that. Okay, so she's going to go see an anesthesiologist. She's going to see she's in pain. That's why the blood pressure's so high, because of her pain.
Right.
Yeah. So whatever blocks they want to give her, if she goes to see a pain management, hopefully an anesthesiologist, tell her to take them. That'll help her blood pressure go down. And I hope that helps.
What
a sweet sister to call in to try and help her sister in New York. Okay, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get more callers on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go to the phones, and it looks like our next caller is Stephen. But, Stephen, can you unmute? I'm trying to get you on. There you go. Hi, there you are. Great. How are you?
Hi, Julie. I'm good. Thank you.
Please tell everyone where you're located.
I'm in a city called Redwood City, which is right outside San Francisco, the Bay Area, California.
Right. Well, hopefully you haven't had to build a canoe to get out of the rain. Hopefully it's subsided some up there.
Oh, yeah. The roads turned into rivers around here.
Oh, my gosh. I know. I saw the pictures. Holy Moses. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. Do you have a question for me?
Yes, I do. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 advanced prostate cancer.
Okay.
And it's migrated to my bones and lungs. I did some alternative treatment down in Mexico, a couple sessions, and that seemed to help somewhat. I'm on hormone therapy right now, and that's brought my PSA down from about 1450 to, it was down 10 at the lowest. But it started to go back up again, and so I'm just not really sure what I should do at this point.
Brother, what are your doctors saying?
Well, they want me to go chemo and radiation, but I'd like to avoid that if possible and try anything except that. Only as a last resort to do that.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I exercise every day. It doesn't feel like anything's wrong.
Wow.
But my doctors are saying, my oncologist says, well, just wait,
Oh, great. Thanks for the encouragement, Doc. Right? Okay. All right. Let me get you on my radar and let's see what we can do to help. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in the Bay Area. All right, got you shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. I can see where it's metastasized because metastasized cancer looks to me like black splotches on a white dairy cow. And cancer looks black to me, and it has kind of a sticky consistency to it, Stephen. By the way, I don't edit anything that I get because who am I to decide what you need to hear, first of all? I feel like I'm the facilitator, spirit working through me and with me. That's number one. And more importantly, everything can be healed. So There's no need to edit anything. But you know how if you look at a white dairy cow and it's got black spots on it? That's what metastasized cancer looks like. So what I'm doing is the DNA healing that we just did on Kathleen, our last caller's sister. Strands of DNA. You've got 7 of them that have come out of a X chromosome. You know, boys have an X and a Y and girls have 2 X's. So I always see it come out of an X chromosome. These analogies that I talk about, Stephen, are just to give us a frame of reference from a human perspective for this energy healing that I'm watching and helping facilitate, because we don't have a frame of reference for it. You know, how do you describe a DNA healing? Nobody's seen it. I'm just getting analogies for it. So when the strand's reconfigured, it snaps back into the chromosome. You've got 3 done. We've got 4 more to go. Okay. In the meantime, what we're doing is I'm just going to do a lymph cleanse on you while it's doing the DNA healing. So imagine there's a pneumatic tube, like when you go to the bank and you put that little container in and it sucks it up into the building, you know, in the drive-through, you put it in, and then you push the button and it sucks it up into the building. That's what it looks like to me. It's an oval. It's in the front of you. All your lymph fluid is going inside of it. Lymph fluid, Stephen, looks to me like an amber color, globby fluid. It reminds me of the fluid inside a lava lamp. You know, that globby lava lamp stuff. Have you ever seen a lava lamp before?
Yes, of course, sure.
And that is spinning in this oval, vertical oval tube in the front of your body. It's inside your body, but it's on the front of your body. And then there's a hole that's opened on the bottom of each foot. So we're doing what I consider to be a reverse osmosis healing. You look at purified water and it'll say microfiltered and reverse osmosis purified. So that's what we're doing. We keep the fluid in there, but we get the impurities out. So the cancer cells, things like that, are coming out the bottom of your feet. That spinning lymph fluid is going so fast now, Stephen, that it looks white to me. It's not amber anymore. It's just really fast spinning energy to cleanse basically your lymph material. You got 2 more strands of DNA to work. And then what I'm going to do once the DNA is done is we're going to take your bones. We'll take your skeleton out of your body and we will get those bones reconfigured with stem cell energy. Okay, 1 strand to go. That just went back in. All right, here comes your skeleton out of the top of your head. Again, reminds me of Halloween when you go to the dollar store and they got a skeleton, a plastic skeleton, come out of the top of your head, being dipped into a big vat of stem cell energy back in your body. There's a vortex spinning above your head, beneath your feet, on either side of you, in front and behind you. All those vortices are spinning concurrently. The interesting thing about the stem cell healings is it'll fix any body part we need, Stephen. And if you think about it, every cell has a nucleus. Every nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm, which is a watery gel, like what I, use the analogy of dippity-doo. And the body has a centrifugal force that spins, and it causes the cells to divide and replicate to the tune of billions of them a day. So I'm watching this healing in warp speed do what your body does on its own every day. All right, let me go into your lung tissue. You got scar tissue in your lungs, especially the left one. Did you have a bunch of pneumonia or bronchitis or something?
I have had a couple of cases of pneumonia from mold, but that's resolved.
From mold? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And mold oftentimes is a carcinogen. Did you know that? Has any doctor told you that?
No, that's news to me.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I have a friend who died of pancreatic cancer from black mold in her home. I know I have many, many clients that have cancer diagnoses and will see mold in them and get that out. So, yeah, stay on top of that mold thing because it's bad news and can cause all kinds of different cancers. So, got that going. Okay. bones out, they're reconfigured, they've come back in your lung, your left lung. Scar tissue in the lung looks like spiderweb material, like that fake spiderweb material back to Halloween. You can get it in a bag. I'm watching it get cut out. And then left lung's worse than the right. So got that going. I'm seeing some nodules in your lungs. All right. Those are all just falling off and then they're being removed because of the DNA healing. That's why I watched that first, because then the cells just fall off because it's like the recipe's changed. The mutation in the DNA is changed back. So, yeah, I hope that helps. Questions?
Yes, that actually I felt as you were talking, I did feel some sensations. So excellent. Thank you so much.
What did you feel?
Just a very subtle kind of presence. Nothing really dramatic. But definitely, I would like to, go with a complete session, but it was so far out, I didn't know if I was going to make it to that point in July.
Oh, well, get on my calendar, Stephen, and anybody listening, the key is get on my calendar, and then you're going to get a confirmation email, and on that email will be a reschedule button. So click on that periodically, and it will show you earlier appointments. People reschedule all the time. I probably have had 5 this week alone, where people can get in within a day and they're scheduled out months in advance. So consider doing that. The key is just get on my schedule or come to the Ask Julie Ryan Live. You can do that too. That's another way to get a healing. But we did a pretty good pass through you. I've only got a couple minutes left. So what I'd like to do is just a energy field membrane healing. That's the container, Stephen, that holds the energy that makes up our body and our spirit. So when there's a hole in that energy field membrane, it reminds me of really thin, stretchy saran wrap, easy for me to say, it is allowing an energy leak. Energy leaks always precede any kind of medical condition. They're caused by an energy block. Energy blocks are caused by an emotional event. So you have a hole. It's in your solar plexus area. I'm going in, and I get the years 1963. Were you alive yet?
Yes, actually, I had a really traumatic experience in 1965.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. 1963, there was something that happened. You may remember it, you may not. We can do this privately to come up with what it was, but it was an emotional event. It may have been something simple like somebody called you a bad name and it hurt your feelings, but it doesn't matter what it was. As soon as we illuminate it, it eradicates it, allows that energy field membrane to heal, allows the body to go back to working on full power. So the energy block starts out looking like a kernel of unpopped popcorn to me, Stephen, gets stuck in the energy field, and then the body, other life events, emotions, the energy piles on top of it, eventually causing enough pressure, it causes a blowout in that membrane. So that's what I'm watching. That's all healed now. You're working on full power. This is going to help you heal. It'll help you maintain health.
I feel energetic. I feel like new energy for sure.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that helps, and best of luck to you. Get on my schedule, and we'll hopefully get an opening so we can get you in sooner.
All right, for sure, definitely.
All righty. Thanks, Stephen. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, that's it for this week. Thanks for those of you that called in. Please call back next week if I didn't get you on. And to all of you listening, thank you for listening. Join me on Ask Julie Ryan Live on Tuesday, the 24th, 8 to 10 Eastern. It'll be a blast. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.